Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and here are your steps for today's daily assignment form. The first thing you're going to do is take a look at the video that will be linked here. It's the current video under What Are We Doing Today? After attendance is taken, we're going to be reviewing steps from last time. Last time we met, we completed the entire Tondo Inside Out mask unit. If for some reason you have not yet completed that drawing, uploaded that artwork to Seesaw, or turned in your artist statement, please do so immediately. Again, to turn this in or turn in the artist statement, you can go scroll down on the top here or scroll down to here to get to the unit, which is Tondo Inside Out Mask. Click artist statement and then click view assignment. And you can see that there's some people here that have still not done that. So please do that as soon as possible. We also did a gallery walk and art critique. If you want to know how to do that and you missed that, look at the daily assignment form from last time. So here's what we're doing first. First, we're going to be creating a new folder in your Google Drive to say organized, which is called Unit 2 Inequity Horse. There's a video here that explains how to do that. And then we're going to be looking at this presentation as well as this design packet. So these kind of run tandem and linear with each other as I show you the steps here. So we're going to be introducing the challenge, defining what social justice means, and then starting to research the new project. And then you're going to be completing page 1 and 2 in the design packet. So as I showed you before, here's the design packet, page 1, and here's page 2. So now let's go into it and talk a little bit about it. So here are more details on how to stay organized in Google Drive. Again, watch this video so you know how to complete that step. So let's go and look a little bit about the project here. So if you look at the project, you're going to be defining what the challenge is, defining social justice, talking about the difference from equal and fair, and then we're going to be looking at different examples of inequalities specific to groups of people or collections of individuals. And then I'm going to be talking about a specific example. This one is focusing on race and some of the artwork that can come from some of these negative situations, and some of the therapeutic aspects that can come from art and coping with stress or depression or negative experiences. And then we're going to be getting into the project. So here's what you're going to be doing. You are going to be choosing one of these social justice topics. They're also listed here in your design packet. You are going to be, after choosing one of these, you're going to be researching it. So the first is defining it, so you know what it means by race justice or religion or poverty or physical mental health, and looking at examples of that. Again, completing that in your design packet. And then you're going to be answering who, what, when, where, why, and how. You might say, well, what does that mean? Okay, well, it's explained a little bit more in detail here on this slide, but also in the design packet. So if we slide down to the design packet, you can answer these questions directly in the design packet once you've made a copy of this and saved it in your folder. So these are words you're writing down in your design packet or in your sketchbook. It's really up to you. If you just want to use this as a guide, you can, or you can write them down specifically here. Once you've written down those words, your next step is to turn those into images. So you can still see it says who, what, when, where, why, and how. So essentially what you're going to be doing is doing different images that represent all those different things that you just wrote down. Again, my example is George Floyd. So what I'm doing here is thinking about the different locations, the people involved, the movements, and all those different aspects, and including it into visual form here. If we look at the slide, if we look at the design packet, you'll see that there's a 1, 2, and 3 for each one of these categories. For this, I don't necessarily mean write, for example, George Floyd's name 3 times, or draw a picture of him, draw the same picture of him 3 times. I'm talking about 3 different symbols, images, or things that could represent who was involved. Same thing for what, 3 different things for what, when, where, why, and how. I put an asterisk on why and how, because those might be more conceptual concepts that you can't visualize as effectively. So these are the absolute mandatory ones to do. These are please attempt to if you can. So you'll notice the design packet correlates and aligns directly to the presentation here. So if we go back to the daily assignment form, you'll see that I just covered all of this as well as this right here. So those are the research and the design your artwork. So today's goal is in class, you're going to complete page 1 of your design packet, which is right here. So this is page 1, as well as page 2 of your design packet, which is right here. Okay. Now, when you're completing this, you can do this in one of two ways. One is you can make a copy of this. You're going to make a copy once you find this in your, here's where it's at. The design packet's right here, as well as here, obviously. Once you get access to this, you can go File, make a copy, and then you can edit that, and you can fill your things in this way. You can do it that way. And then when you get to where you're drawing, you can draw in a sketchbook and then insert it into here with a photo, or just keep record of that and not lose it. The other option is to do all this in a sketchbook and just write, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down and answer those in your sketchbook and then draw here too. It's up to you, whatever way you want to do it to make it effective and personal to you. So we've covered the instructions and the assignment. Please use this path and these steps as a guide. Please use the resources linked throughout this presentation. And please use, again, the design packet and the slideshow presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know.